Welcome to the VLenore Show. Here, we will discuss lifestyle, beauty, celebrity gossip, and current events in our own way, my way, V-style. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Mute. I'm glad y'all told me. StreamYard. I have to break up with StreamYard. This is ridiculous. Okay. Normally, right after the intro plays, it automatically unmutes you. Anywho, hello, lovers. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing on this beautiful Saturday? What I was saying was, I'm here in Columbus, Ohio, right? And it's beautiful to look outside. It's all bright and sunny. And that's not always the norm here. But I walked outside and that humidity slapped me in the face. And I realized why I moved to California. Okay. Ciao. Yes, just Nikki. StreamYard, count your mother's sucking days. I'm sick of this. Okay. Hit the like button. Could y'all do me that favor? Hit the mother sucking like button. Okay. So today is Saturday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. So for those of you on the West Coast, good morning. It is noon here in the Midwest. And so just getting started around here. Let's see who's in the chat. Who's here? Hey, Jam. Hey, Coffee is Brewing. Hey, Leo Lady. Hi, Mary Willis. Hello, no one you know. How you doing? Hey, my girl Aisha Loves is in his house. Shell, how you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. I didn't ask you that earlier when we spoke, but I hope you're feeling better, boo. Hey, Sari Colette. Did you hear that, Sari? Did you hear that? Sari Colette, you need to have a discussion with Apple, okay? Because I don't know why I just can't say hi to you without my phone talking back, okay? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, okay? Hey, Kiki, how you doing, girl? How is you doing? Miss Buckeye 99, I thought about you. Let me tell you something. So I had to get my juice, right? This man over here, he's the reason why I drink the white cran juices, because I've always been a cranberry juice person, but he's the person that got me into the white cran, right? So I had to grab me a glass, right, to drink. Unfortunately, it's hard to find a glass that I'm willing to drink out of. Okay, Miss Buckeye 99, you see why? You see that, Miss Buckeye 99? Do you see this bullshit right here? Everything around this joint, okay? So it's hard pressed to find a freaking glass that doesn't have that bullshit on it. You see this? You see this? We don't play with that. We don't do this. The hell? And let me tell you, he is so crazy. Okay, we were at his brother-in-law's house, And his brother-in-law is a Buckeye fanatic, right? So in his man cave downstairs, everything is OSU, everything, glasses and everything. So we were getting something to drink, and I was fixing him a drink. I was over at the bar area fixing a drink for this one, and he refused to drink out the damn glass because it was OSU. Something's wrong with him. Something's wrong with these people. Okay, Miss Buckeye 99. Well, I guess I'm just as bad because I ain't trying to drink out of this bullshit either. Okay. So, anywho, hey, Miss Buckeye 99. Hey, Just Nikki. Hey, Alteria. How you doing? Hey, how are you? Hi, Rossi. Hey, Queen Black. Hello. Hey, know your own worth. Baby, how are you? I hadn't talked to you really in a while. I'm glad, we touched base yesterday. So it's so good to see you, boo-boo. I know you've been dealing with stuff. So y'all keep my sisters in prayer. Shell hadn't been feeling good lately. She had some things going on. Know your own worth, has some family stuff going on. So pray for our sisters, okay? Pray for our sisters. Hey, life ain't over. How you doing? Hey, Dr. Lori Lux Life. All right. Who else is in his house? Hey, 504. Yes, it's Scamming Saturdays. Scamming Saturdays. Okay, let's cover the scammers on Saturday. All right. Yes. Hey, faith is the substance. So good to see you. It's been a long time, honey. How are you? Hey, meditative mindset. Who else is here? Who else? Hey, Say J. Hey, Dimples Wimples 504. How you doing? Everybody's here. Hey, cousin Chandra. Hello, girl. Hello. Also, let me say this real quick too. Our brother, Native Tribe Urban Media, I've been trying to touch base with him every day. As I mentioned yesterday, I think I mentioned it yesterday, he is feeling better. I was able to chat with him for a while yesterday. I tried to call him this morning, but he didn't answer, so he's probably getting some rest. But I'm sure I'll talk to him later. Please keep him in your prayers. As he is still in, he's in recovery after having surgery day before yesterday. And, but he seems to be doing well. But, again, if you can find it in your heart to send him a gift, I think it would be much appreciated. If, oh, goodness. I know that his CashApp, hold on. His CashApp is $, is $, read 850. So if you can find it in your heart, if you got it in your budget, wait, where's my child? Hold on one second. Child, I can't see. There we go. Is read 850. I do know that he has Dimples Wimples. Do you happen to know his email address for Zelle? If Black but Not Bigger comes in the chat, you guys, and you don't see her, actually, let me send her a message real quick. She knows the Zelle for him. Hold on, y'all. And let me see, maybe she put it in a chat for us. No, I don't see it. But if you guys know, do you know? I don't know if that's it though. I think it's a different email address Dimples Wimples for the Zelle. I don't think it's that one. I think it's like Jay. I don't know if it's Jay Reed. I don't know. Ugh. Anywho, I just sent her a message to let her know that we were live. So if she comes in the chat, would you guys ask her what the Zelle is, so we can put that in there? All right. So if you, oh, Rossi said you screenshot it. Okay. If anybody gets it, put it in the chat later, because we want to make sure that we support him any way that we can. Yeah, that's his email. Right. Dimples Wimples, that's his email, but I don't think that's the one for the Zelle. But anywho, Cash App does work just fine if you guys use Cash App, and that is Read 850, $Read 850. Okay, so there's that. All right. Oh, and by the way, last night, if you were around, there's another story that we cover around here regarding a man, a scammer, a deviant, a menace to society. His name is Ernest Williams, the former husband of Shirley Strawberry of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. His mistress came live because she was mad about something, and we were covering the video that she posted yesterday. And in the midst of that, she took the damn video down. Now, just so we're clear, the reason why I didn't download that video is because she had it on a certain setting where you couldn't download it. So normally I would have downloaded the video, okay? But I couldn't. And I didn't screenshot it because I was too anxious to come out here and respond to the bullshit, okay? So... So she took it down, but we called her about it. Okay. Check out that live from last night because I called her and the heifer picked up the phone. Okay. The heifer picked up the damn phone. But I want you to know that we did get the hey buddy. Hey Papa. Okay. It's okay. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to these people. You see the dog's trying to get my attention, y'all. No, I'm talking to these people. So down, off. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Yes. So I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to them. Okay. All right. So I got the rest of the video. So when I come live again, we're gonna finish it. Okay. I just want y'all to know we're gonna finish that shit. All right. So that's that. And but that was a funny live. All right. Now today we are back on that ass. Okay. We over here today to talk about Christian Gold, this scammer. Okay. Allegedly. Not allegedly, but allegedly. Okay. Christian, there are too many damn red flags around you, bruh. Okay. All right, son. Okay. I told y'all he looked like he could be my son. He could be my damn son. He young enough. Shit, he might be my grandson. Okay. All right. Tell Tobias I said hi. Alteria said, Tobias said, hello, cousin. Hello, cousin Tobias. We family now. Ooh, y'all know that. Y'all trying to make her, you trying to make them folks mad. They already mad at me, okay? They didn't want me talking to y'all. They didn't want me to know the truth. They just wanted to be able to say what they wanted to say, y'all, and then leave it there. But baby, there's always two sides to a story, you know? And I have seen where Miss Thing has interviewed with people who actually were talking shit, and then they interviewed with her, and then in the interview they weren't talking shit no more, and they were siding with it. See, I think that that's what they want. That's what they expect. You know, like I don't know that lady. You know what I'm saying? She came over here to have a discussion with me. They got all in their fees about the questions I was asking, so they jumped in on the live, and then they was all out of their body. And over here mad because I asked certain questions. And then when y'all came on here, and y'all started exposing all this shit, they got real mad. They got real mad. Yes, yes, Miss Kiki, they wanted me to just take their word for it and go on about my business. But if we covering the story, we got to cover all of it. And then we got to make a decision based upon what the information we get. And all the information I've gotten, it don't look good, Christian. It's not in your favor. All right. Well, so there's that. So today, yes, Altieri said the truth will prevail. Yes, it shall. It shall prevail. I talked to Alteria the other day and she was like, girl, she had talked to the FBI agents. I won't say that day or the day before. It's like, y'all better enjoy that champagne and caviar while you can, because it don't sound good, Christian. It don't sound good, son. Okay, young man. It doesn't sound good. Okay. Okay, you young buck, you little tender. Okay. Anywho, is that my girl Lexi the Law Nerd? Is she up in here? Huh? Uh-oh, wait a minute. What you say? The prestigious one. Hey, Miss Nene. That's Miss Nene, y'all. She said they hijacked the fake auntie's interview because she didn't remember what they had rehearsed with her. And it's funny because they were traveling. Were they? They had been traveling. I can't remember where she said they were. I thought they were in Europe, but I think they went to Europe after that. But they had been traveling, and we were supposed to do the interview the day before, and something happened. I can't remember. Honestly, I don't remember if it was me or her, but we ended up moving it to the next day. And ironically, it just worked out that she was going to be at their house when the interview took place. So I'm actually glad it worked out the way it did, because it was very, very revealing. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Miss Nene, I hope you are doing well. So yes, hey Bella, I saw my girl Lexi the Law Nerd came up in here. Y'all need to hit that mother sucking like button, okay, before it gets real up in this bitch. Okay. Who else said, hey CJ? Oh yes, that's right. They were in Vegas looking at real estate. Yes, I forgot. Thank you, CJ. You are so correct. You are so correct. Okay, 504, go in the bushes now, but keep your eye on the chat in case somebody they need to be zippity zapped. Okay, stay on your job, girl. Hey, Fedora. Hi, boo boo. What you say? Been pulling weed since 8 a.m. and sweating like a you know what. Going to okay, all right. Go bathe, child. Go bathe. Where that man at, by the way? I'm just in your business. That's all. What you say, Miss Prestigious One? I'm doing good. Thank you, Miss Lenore. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Hey, West Side Story. Everybody in the bushes today. Y'all running around and stuff. Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, Juju D. All right. So here's what we're gonna do today. And now, mind you, I have not heard this whole live. So what we're going to do is a reaction video. Okay. Auntie Lauren went live the other day. So this was a few days ago, but I've been busy here with my boo thing. Okay. Anyway, I love him. Anyway, so I've been busy. All right. But she did a live the other day, and someone sent me a clip. And now the clip that I got was her saying she and Evelyn got beef, right? Which I think is interesting because they ain't never even met. They've never met. They've never talked on the phone. They've never sent an email to one another. They haven't been in each other's DMs. If they're in the DM, if Auntie Lauren is in Evelyn's DMs, Evelyn has not responded. Okay? They have never talked. Okay? The only correspondence that they have had was Evelyn making a comment. And honestly, I don't know what, I should have pulled that up, but there was something that Evelyn said, and evidently they felt like it was a subliminal to, yes, Bella, they ain't never spoke, child. They ain't never spoke. Evelyn had a story or a post or something on Instagram, and they felt like it was a subliminal referring to Jennifer, and it probably was, okay, but it was a subliminal. She didn't tag Jennifer in it. So Armand, oh, that's what I want to do. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get that together too. There's something I want to show y'all. Girl, there's something I want to show y'all. Okay, so anyway, so Armani, who is the friend that introduced Jen to Christian, he dropped in the comments and said something like, why won't you just I'm paraphrasing. Why don't you just tag Jen? Why the subliminal, right? And then under that, Auntie Lauren spoke and said, because she's full of shit, right? And then under that, that's when Evelyn responded and said, I don't know, something, and called her a C word. Called her the C word. Now, honestly, I don't think I ever used that word before. Not really. No, I mean, if I repeated it, I ain't never used it. So it is a word that will cut you like a knife, okay? So I get it. She was so offended by it that now it's a beef. But here's the thing. That was Evelyn's post on Evelyn's page. Evelyn didn't go saying nothing to that lady, but she came over there talking to Evelyn. Evelyn didn't say Jen's name. Nothing like that. But she came over there starting shit, calling Evelyn full of shit. And then Evelyn cussed her out. Hey, Papa lady. Yeah, see you next Tuesday. That's what she called her. See you next Tuesday. And child, that got under her skin. But here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you, Lauren. I feel like that really didn't bother you. I don't think you were hurt. I don't think it's about you being offended. This is just my opinion. I can have an opinion, right? I feel like you felt like that was an invitation. Mm-hmm. I think you felt like, oop, that's a door that just opened. Fedora, not that's my favorite word. Girl, stop. I ain't never heard you use that word before. Fedora, is it? Child, my favorite word is motherfucker, okay? Now that's it for me. You know I love a motherfucker, okay? Okay, that's my motherfucker. Yeah, I love that motherfucker, okay? All right? I love that word, okay? But I ain't never used the C word. I haven't used it, but Evelyn threw that shit on her, and that lady thought that was an invitation. And I think that was her opportunity. Yes, Miss Pisces. That's what I think what had happened. Okay. That's what I think what had happened. That was an invitation to chase that clout. And now they got beef. Girl, bye. All right. What you say, JV? The C is white women's equivalent to black women calling each other the B word. Yep. Said a certain way, it will cut. Absolutely. No, I agree. Yeah, white folks. Yeah, see, okay. White people like to say now, mind you, y'all know Evelyn ain't white. That's not that. But what you're saying is correct. White people, that is the worst thing I think they feel they could call a woman. And a man, they call him, like how we say motherfucker, they say sucker. Okay? That's they shit, and then we say that. So anywho, yeah. So I think Anyway, that was just an opportunity. No, I haven't, Fedora, have I? I don't, have I, Fedora? I don't know if I remember that. I can imagine who you might have called that, but I don't know if I remember. What you say, Kiki? She changes the beef according to her mood. Well, yes. West Side Story says, stop cussing. Y'all, West Side Story said, I got to stop cursing. West Side Story, you know I ain't going to stop cussing until I'm dead. You already, girl, you already know. You already know that ain't going to happen. Ciao, bye. Shabby said Lauren created her own invite. That's what I think. That is exactly what I believe. And I do believe that. Miss Principal, hey, that C word sounds so nasty. It makes me cringe. I know. But Evelyn was feeling it that day and threw that shit on her. And honey, that was all she wrote. Okay. So anywho, what'd you say? Wait. West Side Story, thank you for being a member for 4 months. I thought you were trying to stop cursing. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who, me? Shit. Who? Me? Girl, bye. You know I ain't gonna stop cussing. The hell? So anyway, but thank you, West Side Story. So anywho, y'all, so we're going to watch this video. Now, again, I've only seen that clip, all right? Wait, what you say, work in progress? V was practicing cussing when she was six weeks old. She has mastered it. I told you I've been cussing a long ass time. I was trained by the best, okay? Trained by the best, all right? So we're going to listen to this together. There's a part in there where she mentions that, you know, she and Evelyn have beef. And then she goes on to say a little bit about mental health, which makes me feel, this is my opinion. Now let me say this too. I sent the link to this video that we're doing right now to Auntie Lauren. Because look, it's an invitation. You can always come on here and tell me whatever you feel like you need to tell me. You can cuss me out. Look, I ain't gonna block you. I'm not gonna stop you from saying what you got to say, girl. You can come right on over here and cuss me clean out, and I'll let you. I will. I'll let you. We can have a whole conversation. But I just got some opinions. And when I heard you talking about this beef that you have with a woman who's not even responding to you is weird to me. And then when you mentioned about your mental health issues, I felt like, well, maybe that has something to do with it. Now, I could be wrong, but we're going to find out in a minute. Okay. So if you don't mind, could y'all just hit the like button now? Alteria said, Tobias said, can he be on too? No. If Lauren come on here, I ain't gonna, cause you know, she don't want to talk to y'all. She don't want to talk to y'all. And you know, Tobias gonna cuss, you know, like y'all, can y'all imagine what that would be like? The girl wouldn't come on here before when y'all was on here. I told her that I was going to keep things calm if she came on here. But she ain't going to come. If Tobias come on here, you already know, Alteria. Tobias, you already know. Okay? Whew. So, no. But anywho, okay, so we're gonna listen to what sis had to say, Auntie Lauren. Okay, what she has to say. What you say, Nene? Have you been made aware of her son getting involved? Yeah. Okay. So that's another thing. She was live one other time about a week or so ago, and her son came on with her. No, he said something in the comment section. Didn't he say something in the comment section like like it was a lightweight threat, if you ask me. It was a lightweight threat. And I just don't understand any of this, to be quite honest. This woman is so mad that I don't even believe she's mad. Like, she has no reason to be mad, to be quite honest. She cannot like people and she cannot like a situation, but this anger and aggression that she has towards Evelyn is weird to me. If you hear her talk, she says, I'm cool with Jackie and I'm cool with everybody else, but this beef with Evelyn is real, and Evelyn is not giving her any attention. Evelyn is paying her dust. Now, let me say this. I'm gonna be fully transparent with you. I have said that. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Okay. My God. Hold on, y'all. It's crazy. Okay, good. All right. I'm sorry. Shit, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, this is what I'm saying. So, I of course have invited Evelyn to come on the show, and she's not interested in responding to this. And I get it, because I feel that is what Lauren wants. If Evelyn were to respond to her, then that feeds into this notion that there is a beef. I feel that this is my opinion, Lauren. I feel like you are doing all of this to sort of solidify a place either on that show or to solidify a place on a show that maybe Jen and Christian can get outside of Basketball Wives. And I think that Evelyn is handling this the way she should handle it. That's just my opinion. Okay? That's just my opinion. Now, I do believe that Evelyn will come on the show one day, but not to discuss this, and probably not anytime soon, because it will just open the door. So I think she's handling it the best way. What y'all say? Miss Pisces said Evelyn could care less about this lady or her opinions. Facts. Okay. Facts. All right. And I think that's probably very, very accurate. Okay. And yes, I have spoken to Evelyn. Okay. All right. Just so we're clear. So I'm not just making this up. So I'm good with that. What you say, Alteria? She told everyone she's filming for the next season. Yes, she made it seem as if, she's looking for a property. She's trying to be in Vegas by September, because Basketball Wives will be filming shortly thereafter, and she's got to get there and get settled so that she can be ready for filming, honey. So I think that is interesting. Okay, that is super interesting. So the fact that she thinks that, I wonder why she thinks that. I don't know if someone told her that. I don't know if Jen has her thinking that. But I don't think anybody else is believing that. Okay. So anyway, yeah. Nene said they're blaming Evelyn for everything. And for what? For what though? So anyway, okay, so let's listen to what she has to say here. And again, I haven't seen the whole thing because I just saw that clip and I did watch like the first 5 minutes or whatever, where she name drops Ricky Smiley. She really wants us all to know that she's very close friends with Ricky Smiley. I don't know the relevance, but she wants us to know that. And let's hear what she has to say. All right. This is from the 8th. Y'all can't hear. Okay, wait. Alteria is saying you can't hear. You can't hear her talking? Okay, let me reshare. Hold on. Wonder why. Hmm. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me start it over.
1 week for me, that's a lot. So it just goes to show how much craziness is really just going on. It just is crazy. You can't even be who you are without people critiquing and having something to say all the time.
All right, could y'all hear that? Put a 1 in the chat. Okay, Miss Buckeye said you can hear now. Okay, cool beans. Okay. All right. So let's listen to her, child. She says crazy. She done went live twice in a week, honey, because it's serious out here in these streets. Because Evelyn still won't answer her. Okay. Okay, let's listen.
So I just got through talking to Ricky. Y'all know
See?
how I love how I am when it comes to my family, my friends, and everything. And people know, just like I don't play about my nieces, my nephews, my folks, I don't play about Ricky either. Y'all know Ricky Smiley. That's my big brother. We like this. We don't talk it. We ain't got to talk every day or whatever like that. But mess with me, he coming. Mess with him, I'm coming. Me and Ricky don't play about each other. Now, morning he talked about on the radio about family reunions, the dynamic of family and stuff like that. It's not the same anymore. You know, we have evolved to where as adults we can make our own decisions. I would never subject my children to sit around family that has mistreated them, did anything wrong to them, or whatever. It's just that's not right. Why would I sit around and subject my children to family members who don't give a shit about them, wish bad on them, jealous? If your family dynamic where you can have family reunions is a good one, then great. Good. Go to have your family reunion. That's what you have to live with.
Let me say this real quick. When we talk about family dynamics, wait, what? What'd you say, Kiki? Kiki said, was she, General, repass or anything, trying to see something? Do you think she wasn't? This is what I will say, though. When you talk about family dynamics, this is a woman who came on this channel during our interview and mentioned at the age of 49 that 4 years ago she was in a fight. At the age of 45, she literally was in a fist fight at the age of 45. And she said the reason she was in a fight was because her children were fighting someone else, so she jumped in. Now, that's a fucked up dynamic on multiple levels. One, what's going on that everybody got to be fighting? These some grown ass people. All right. And she brought it up because she wanted us to know that she's about it. Like she'll put hands on somebody right now. And for what does she have a reason to put hands on anybody for? Like I just feel like at some point in your life, you have to learn to resolve conflict in a different sort of way. It doesn't make sense to me that you would be in a damn fist fight at 45 and then you're the mother and you jumping in to a fight and you're encouraging your adult children to be fighting. No, I am unique. It ain't cute at all. It ain't cute at all. Yes, Nene, it's ratchet as fuck. Okay, it's really ratchet. So if we're going to talk about family dynamics, that's one that's fucked up right there. Then it's almost like then the son jumps in the comment section. Like, what is all this aggression about? It makes no sense to me. Like, what we fighting about? You can have a disagreement, you can have a debate, you can have a heated argument. But what y'all fighting about? What did Evelyn do to make you feel like you want to fight her? Fight her? Because she used the C word after you came on her channel? Like, here's the thing. I always say this to people. If you come and slap me in the face, you don't get to decide how I respond. If you slap me in the face, don't be mad when I pick up a brick and knock the fuck out of you. I've always said that. And I think that's what happened. So like we can, like I said, the C word is something else. Okay, that's strong. That's a strong word. But you jumped in her comments. So she picked up a brick and she hit you with it. Now y'all beefing? That's why I think it's fake outrage. I don't really think that she's mad. I just think that she is solidifying a place or trying to solidify a place on the show. And Evelyn's the vehicle in which she wants to use to get there. Anyway, okay, let's listen, child. I'm gonna give her a chance.
You can't expect for everyone else to be that way. Whether it's your children, your parents, your sisters, your brothers, your nieces, whatever. You have a right to not deal with family if you don't want to. I'm not going. They don't want to be around. They have just told Ricky. When Ricky and I was just on shit wrong this morning. Parents and moms told us to do back in the day. Say it doesn't mean it was right. They hit a girl who's out of Mississippi called Be for Better. Man, she broke that shit down brilliantly.
Hold on one second. Again, sorry, you guys, it looks like it's slowing up again. But let me just say this. So I just saw a comment. So work in progress. Would you say, I don't believe her saying she is fighting is another way for clout? You don't think so? Because I think so. I think so. KN Biome, actually it's not even the Wi-Fi. It is it's StreamYard. It's the platform that I'm using that is just funky as hell. So I apologize, you guys. When I'm using a Mac, I don't have this problem when I'm using this platform. And because I'm traveling, I don't have the Mac. I should have brought it though. Okay. It wasn't mine. So I apologize for that. Yeah, Bella. Yeah, Bella. We can see right through her. Yeah. I think most people are seeing right through her at this point. What'd you say, CJ? Here's the deal. Evelyn is not your family. Christian is your family by marriage, not blood. But again, I still don't have a problem with you wanting to support your nephew. And you call him your nephew, he's your nephew. Like I said, I got family. I swear, they are closer to me than blood. I have aunts and uncles that have been closer to me, been more of an aunt and uncle to me than some actual aunts and uncles. So I ain't got no issue with that part. I do find that it is a little inconsistent. Let me make myself bigger as I'm talking about this. I do feel like this is why I say it's fake outrage, because you are acting as if it is so important that you stand up for Jen and Christian, but you've never met Christian's children. You are so close to him. If you look at her social media pages, everything on her page has to do with Jen, Christian, and Evelyn. I've seen like one post or something like, I'm not going to say she didn't have more than one, but I've only seen one that I can remember of her grandchildren. But if you look at her social media, everything for the most part is about Jen, Christian, and Evelyn. Like why? And Evelyn probably is on there or talked about as much as Jen and Christian. Like, it's like, why? Because this lady called you the C word in her comment section. You were over there on her page. She wasn't even on yours. Has Evelyn ever commented on Lauren's page? So it's weird. If you don't know his children, and you've never met the mother of his children, and at one time he lived with the mother of his children, the mother of his children and the children have lived with Auntie Christina. Where is Auntie Christina? Where's CW at? Did y'all tell her I was live? Because I know if she ain't busy, she would be in this chat. But they lived with her for a while. Why didn't they go live with Lauren and her husband? Why hasn't she met them? When Lauren, okay, I'll tell you. Thank you, babe. Wait, what'd you say? Mary Willis said Jennifer probably told her to keep messing with Evelyn and she can get on the show. You know what? I don't know if that happened, but what I do believe is that Jen, in her heart, she appreciates the fact that Lauren is going at Evelyn. I have never seen Jen as outspoken about anything going on the show until the last year or two. I have never seen her so bold and outspoken. And I think, hey, I think you should be bold and outspoken, but I really do believe it's all because she feels like, Christian and Lauren have her back, and her husband should have her back. Her family should have her back. But the way in which they're having her back is not, it's not productive. It's not civilized. It's not, I don't really respect how they're coming at people. It's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. And then when you think about it, remember, Christian has his own domestic violence history. You can call it what you want. That's domestic violence. The fact that that woman jumped off of a balcony, I can't let that go. He took her phone and her keys, and it makes no sense that he would need to take her damn phone because she had been drinking and he didn't want to see her driving or whatever. Well, she's grown. She can leave and take her keys, but why are you taking her phone? And the fact that that girl felt the need to jump off a balcony instead of walking out the front door, and Lauren's response is she did it for attention, is some bullshit. And then after she jumps off the balcony and breaks her ankles, has a rod in her back, and then they go to court about it, and she's threatening the girl so much so that they were going to arrest her in court. So she could not return to court because of her threats. Now, why are you threatening a woman who jumped off of a balcony? Because of your nephew. You got to make that make sense. And I can't. I still can't make sense of why he took that girl's phone. I can't make sense of it, and neither can they. And the fact that they went to court about it says that it was very questionable as to why that lady felt the need to jump off that balcony, and the law felt that there was something about that. There was something else going on there. Like that, you want me to believe that she jumped off the balcony because she wanted attention? She could have lost her life. She was obviously trying to get away from something. It's nothing she said about that situation makes sense. Anyway, let's get back to this bullshit. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's get back to Miss Lauren. Okay, as she tells us about how close she and Ricky Smiley are, child. All right. Oh.
I commented and I had about how she disassembled, like she broke down the Black community and what we're expecting.
Damn it, man. I'm so sorry. StreamYard, I hate you. I hate you. Okay, I'm sorry. I hate you. Y'all, I'm so sorry. Hopefully it'll catch up.
Or sexual shop because they making bread. They in the community. They people who making money. So drug dealers are some of the most worst pedophiles.
Huh?
I know personally.
Huh?
And like I just told Ricky, I dealt with that from age 10 to age 15.
Wait a minute. What? Wait, what? Did she? Hold on. Maybe I misheard her. Did she just say drug dealers are the worst P words? Based on what? Where that statistic come from? I ain't never heard that before in my life. Wait, what? Let me go back, y'all. Because I know I didn't hear that. I heard that wrong. Hold on. Let's try that again.
Recipe called Beef for Better. Man, she broke that shit down brilliantly. I commented and I had about how she disassembled, like she broke down the Black community and what we're expected to deal with. She was molesters.
Hold on. That what?
Or sexual shop because they making bread. They in the community. They people who making money. So drug dealers are some of the most worst pedophiles.
Where did that come from? Say what now? Who made that correlation? Where'd she get this from? Huh? What is the connection? I'm trying to understand. Have y'all ever heard this shit before? I ain't never heard this before in my life. Oh my God. Miss Principal, thank you for the super chat. What your crazy ass said? She should have had this conversation with her imaginary friend instead. She did. She out here talking to her imaginary audience, child. Drug dealers are some of the worst Pedialites. Y'all, we have to be careful about the words we use out here. So just so I'm saying. What? Thank you, Miss Principal. What? Girl, that's that. None of. Wait, what? She said somebody broke it down. 504, you gonna stop leaving my chat because we talk about these crazy people. Who makes that correlation, y'all? I've never heard this before in my life. And whoever this rapper is that she's talking about, something wrong with her too. What the hell? Okay, anyway, let's listen, child. This crazy already.
I know personally. Mm-hmm. And like I just told Ricky, I dealt with that from age. I dealt with that personally. I have a personal experience of being molested. And the person who molested me for 5 years, from age 10 to age 15, I had to be around that person who took advantage or who wanted to.
Let me say this, and I've talked about this in passing. I've not gone into detail, and I don't know that I ever will go into detail. But she is not alone. I am sad that has happened to her. I'm sorry that happened. I don't know the relevance. I don't know. Anyway, I guess she's talking about family dynamics again. But you are not alone, Lauren. I can totally relate to that to some degree. And when things like that, trauma happens like that in people's lives, everybody processes things differently. They respond differently. They sometimes heal, sometimes they don't. I don't know if that plays a part in how she functions in this moment. It could. I don't know. I don't know why we're talking about this, but it does maybe explain why she may have some things going on in her head that she hasn't resolved. So I'm sorry that happened to her, but I get it. I get it. Yeah, let's listen.
Do you think that I want to go to a fucking family reunion or be around that person, his family? I don't want to see them, be around them or anything. And then having to deal with the fact that he was a hood celebrity. So the one that everybody feared and the others looked up to was molesting me at nighttime. Or when I'm around, or when I had to go over to his mother's house. Because my mother have nowhere else to drop me off at, but his mother keeping me. His mother is the person who's keeping me. fifth grade. Do you know how I was in fifth grade? Looking out for me as a big cousin was the same one that was molesting me and was much older than me. The fuck I want to go to a family reunion with that chaos for? The fuck I want to be around that person at a family reunion or any other situation? But then y'all can't, just because it's Ricky, you all want to find something wrong. Say he's dark. Say he's a woman beater. That man, yes, he's had toxic relationships. Ricky has had a couple of toxic relationships, but he ain't just around here putting his hand and beating women. What the fuck do y'all come up with this shit from?
Hold on. So I don't know what was discussed on Ricky's show. But if are we saying that Ricky has put Ricky Smiley work in progress? We're talking about Ricky Smiley. I'm unique. I understand. That's why I'm saying, what is the correlation? Why is she conflating? Now, on a side note, is she saying that has Ricky Smiley been brought up on DV charges ever? And did he put his hands on a woman ever? And if so, is she making an excuse? Well, she did make an excuse for Chris Brown. If you remember, she said, Rihanna started it. Okay. She said that over here. She said that that she was in the industry at the time when Chris Brown and Rihanna got into it, and that they really knew the backstory, and that what they do know is that Rihanna started it, and she the one put her hands on him first. So therefore, he's justified in putting hands back on her. So is she kind of making some sort of excuse for something that Ricky might have done? And why are we talking about this? But, child, okay, let me listen.
Girl. He's had toxic relationships. Like a lot of men have had toxic relationships. A lot of men have been in toxic, like a lot of women have been in toxic relationships. But some of y'all Black women, I've never, until recently, when I started being on this show, until recently when I went viral, I have not realized how many
oh my gosh, she sounds so familiar. She sounds like somebody else we be over here talking about. Kiki says, so the Ricky's conversation was basically about being around family that you no longer want to be around at the family reunions. So she's giving an example. Well, how did we get on the subject of Ricky being in a toxic relationship and people thinking that he's dark, and now she's justifying that he might have put hands on somebody? Girl, this is sound real male identified, honey. She is sounding like she sympathizes with abusers, yet she's been abused. Yeah, that part, Mary Willis. Did she go viral? Lauren, did you go viral, girl? That's how you feel? Girl, you went viral? Okay. Let's listen, y'all. We only 6 minutes in and I'm already confused, but okay.
All right. Then y'all wonder why the world sees us like they see us. We are the reason why the world views us the way that we are. We're bitter and miserable as Black women. And then I be really get mad when black men instead of races. I really be going hard from, I really be going, but that's not even my plight, but I really be going hard for black women. But
she sounds like somebody else we be over here talking about. Where are all these black women coming from that hate black women? Lauren, what is you talking about, mama? Say, Jay, nah, that's just you. Talk about yourself only, okay? Because let me say something. I love black women. God knows I love black men. But this idea that all these black women are just so bitter. Let's be very clear. Black women, you know, and this comment has been said many, many times before. And I it sounds cliche, but black women are the least protected people in this damn society. And because of that, and because we have been left to raise our families a lot of times, for a number of reasons, right? Because we've had we have to be the nurturers, we got to be the motivators, we got to take care of everything, we got to have careers, and I mean, we have so much that we have to balance, and we have to deal with racism and being demeaned and not really having a lot of representation, and that can build up some resentment. And sometimes just because a black woman is assertive, it's confused with aggression. I mean, I'm just tripping. I don't know where all these black women come from that hate other black women. Like, that is some self-hate for real. That is some real self-hate. And until we are able to heal that within ourselves, we're not going to be better. We're not going to have what it is we really desire to have in our life, because you don't love yourself. So how can anybody else love you? Girl, and I'm so sorry that something happened to you. I'm so sorry. And all of us, we all don't process it the same way. And we all don't handle it the same way. And I'm not judging the way you have handled that pain, but baby, you've got to do something about that, because it sounds like you are still broken. And I'm sorry someone broke your spirit like that. But see, that's when you've got a broken spirit like that, that's when envy will set in. That's when, the crabs in the barrel will sink into your very existence. Mama, girl, you saying a lot. What's going on today? So there's a lot going on. She talking about a lot of shit. I don't know what's going on here. But let's go back to that drug dealers are some of the biggest Pediolites. Girl, and she got a lot going on. Oh,
this morning saying, when is he ever happy? He seems like he's already mad, but that's his platform. His platform is to talk about real life things. And if you think about real life right now, there ain't much to fucking be happy about.
I'm going to come off camera because it might help with the connection. So I apologize. But I'm going to come off camera when I'm not speaking, just so that hopefully that won't interfere with her commentary. Okay. Jesus. Mm-mm-mm.
But then we'll go knock a black man for being out there speaking issues. But you ain't on them white radio stations talking about what they talking about, though. Because they talking about some real life political shit, too, that's going on. But you ain't over there talking about what they on your other stations talking about. Black man, as soon as you have an opportunity, all the time.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you are saying that because a black man has a bad experience with a black woman, and because maybe he's not choosing the right black woman for him, that's an excuse to run away from black women? Like, love who you love, okay? If you love who you want to love, I'm okay. That's your business. But I've had a few relationships in my life, right? And obviously most of them didn't work out. Or I take that back. They worked out for the time period they were supposed to work out for. I think sometimes we get into this thinking that because a relationship doesn't last forever, that it wasn't successful. And some of them were harder than others, but they all served a purpose in my life. And just because those relationships were not forever, or because I had a bad experience with them, it's not enough for me to say I hate black men or that all black men are one way. Like, that shit right there burns me up and it makes me so sad. So I'm never going to be okay with a black man saying he just done with all black women, or black women saying I'm just done with all black men. I have always been of the belief that if you, I don't give a damn what ethnicity you are, if you have made a conscious decision to date exclusively outside of your ethnicity, I mean, a conscious decision. I don't care if you Asian and you say, I ain't dating no more Asians. If you're Hispanic and you say, I ain't dating no more Hispanics. If I'm white and I say, I ain't dating no more white folks. And if I'm black, I say I ain't dating no, that's some self-hate going on. Okay, you can find love where you find love, but to make a conscious decision to say I'm done with people who look like me, who raised me, who made me. There's something going on with you. There's something going on with you inside of you. Oh, I'm sorry about this damn StreamYard. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I done froze up. Can y'all hear me? Let me come off camera again. I'm done. I'm done with that. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all, for this fucking connection. Okay. I'm gonna figure this shit out eventually. But you know what I'm saying, y'all? That's a problem. That's a problem. And if you're justifying that, Lauren, that's telling me something about you. That's not saying anything about the black women. That's not saying anything about the black women. That's telling me something about you and any other person who feels like that. That's a you issue, not a black woman issue.
When I say stuff about, as I've gone viral and I say things about what's really going on and really happened or who offended me, I can stand. Talked about Evelyn. Me and Evelyn have a legit beef.
You hear that? That's the clip I got. You and Evelyn have a legit beef, girl. A legit beef? Do you? How? Why? Because you jumped in her comment section and she called you the C word and told you to mind your business? I mean, that's basically what I got out of the comment. Like, girl, you're tripping. And why are you over here. That's kind of what I got from it. But girl, now you saying y'all got a legit beef. Evelyn is not beefing with you. You are beefing with her. She said what she said and she moved on. And then you made a comment. Hold on, child. Let me come back on screen, child. Let me say what I gotta say real quick. When you were over here, ma'am, you said that you were in LA for 6 weeks and you were trying to film with Evelyn and she wouldn't film with you. And you took that as if she was scared of you. It's like, why are you trying to hunt this lady down and stick around town for 6 weeks? Why? Because where's the beef? The woman didn't even want to see you. Hey, Black but not bitter. Side note, Black but not bitter. Would you please put Native Tribe Urban Media's Zelle information in the chat? I mentioned him earlier, and we put his Cash App in there, but we didn't. I couldn't remember what the Zelle information was. So if you don't mind, could you put that in the chat for folks who may want to contribute? Okay. Now back to this bullshit. Ma'am, there's something going on. There's something going on here. You are all over the place. And first, I thought we were talking about family dynamics. Then we're talking about what happened to you as a child. You skipped over to drug dealers or some of the worst Pedialites. Then now somehow we're on you and Evelyn having a beef. Now what the hell's going on? And you talking about you went viral. Sis, I don't think you went viral. Now viral is strong word. I don't think it was viral, but okay, let's go. Let's listen.
I'm not talking about nobody else on that damn show. I've been asked several times, what do you think about them? I'm cool with all of them. They ain't did shit to me. I met them. It's like her beef is with me. So however that plays out, that's how it plays out. However, y'all.
Did y'all hear that part? Did y'all hear that part where she said, I'm not mad at anybody on that show, but Evelyn, that she's cool with everybody? Now, I don't know who all everybody is. I can't remember, but from what I have seen thus far, and again, all the episodes haven't played out yet, but I thought the only people she sort of met up with were the people who came to the Vegas wedding. Right, Alteria. Evelyn ain't got no, that's what I'm saying. You have beef with Evelyn, but Evelyn ain't got no beef with you. She said what she said. I don't get it. And I don't know how this ties into Ricky Smiley, family dynamics, drug dealers, Pedialites, family reunions. I don't get where we're girl. Okay, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, Jesus. She gonna be mad at me, child.
I'll be over here expecting people to just be quiet and hold and not say anything because of who is the messenger. So you tell me Ricky came here and talk about not wanting to go to a family reunion because of everything that's going on, because he's had a domestic violence charge in the past? So because if they hadn't had a goddamn years, I got the attention it has. Now he's on real life news.
It's freezing up again. Child, the devil is a lie. Okay, the devil is a lie. Yes, work in progress. We back on Ricky. We got to keep saying his name because Girl, we got to keep saying his name. It is important that we know that Ricky is her friend. Okay? We got to know that Ricky is her friend. And Ricky, and she just got off the phone with Ricky. Okay, I do want to say this though, y'all. Hold on, let me find it. Ricky is in the comments, just so y'all know. Over here on the side, Ricky is in the comments. Let me pull it up so y'all can see. Child, she want us to know. Hold on, let me move this out the way too. Ricky is in the comments. I saw it when I was skimming through. There it is. He says, love you. Okay. Ricky said, love you. And she gives him some heart emojis and stuff back. Okay. Because that's her big brother, and Ricky don't play about her, and she don't play about Ricky. Okay. You must know this. Okay. You need to be aware. Okay. You need to be aware. Now, I'm not going to sit here and talk about Ricky, but Ricky got issues too. Okay. Ricky, I'm questioning some things about you too, bro. But, you know, this ain't about you. I ain't going to make it about you. She's trying to make it about you. She really ain't. She really trying to make it about her and the connection she has. And she's trying to associate herself with Basketball Wives. She's trying to associate herself with Evelyn. Let's be clear. She is trying to, whether it's a beef or not, she is trying to associate herself with Evelyn so that she's trying to establish her own importance, and she's using these folks to do it. She is using these people to do that. Mm-hmm. That's what's going on here. That's why it's all over the place. That's why there's no flow to this conversation, because the idea was to drop these names. Okay. Let me tell y'all something else. You know how she said, I'm cool with, everybody else on the show. First of all, I don't know that she met everybody on the show. Like I said, from what I can tell so far, she met the people who were over there at Jen and Christian's Vegas wedding that was aired on the show. But here's something else I want you to know. From what I have come to understand, when she was over here, she mentioned that she knew Ming Lee. Ming Lee is a new cast member on the show right now. And she mentioned here that she has known Ming Lee for quite some time. From what I have come to understand, she doesn't really know Ming like that. That Ming knows of her, maybe has met her, but they don't know each other like that. What you say, Alteria? You said Ricky Smiley ain't shit. Fake auntie ain't shit. They all ain't shit. See, now I didn't say that, Alteria. Oh, God. Elite 747. Elite 747 said, ain't shit niggas stick together. Now that's true. That's true. Okay. That's why you got to be careful about the company you keep. Okay. You ain't lied. CJ said, okay, I had to get Boney off my avatar one day. It was okay. You changed your avatar. Who are you now? Let me see, John. I can't see who it is. Girl, is that Prince? Girl, stop it. Oh, sis, I just don't understand. What'd you say, Miss Nene? Nene said, she didn't meet Shawnee or Evelyn, who she seems to feel she has beef with. Here's the thing. That's the other reason why she's bringing up Shawnee, because Shawnee is the creator of the show, and I believe still a producer on the show. And she knows that Shawnee is Evelyn's bestie, and she wants to be on that damn show. So if you create a beef with the stars of the show, that's what happens. Now, here's the other thing. Evelyn and Jackie Christie are the stars of Basketball Wives. Yes, there are several cast members, but they are the stars. Okay, they are the stars of the show. So she's beefing with one, right? She's beefing with one, and she's trying to align herself with Jackie. She's beefing in her mind. I'm using her terms, okay? She, in her mind, is beefing with Evelyn, but she is going to try to align herself with Jackie, because she mentions Jackie, and she says, she ain't got no problem with Jackie. She cool with Jackie, because we do know that she met Jackie at the wedding, right? But she says something later in this live that made me think sis ain't right in the head. Lauren, I'm just going to tell you, you say something in this live, and we're going to get there, that made me think something ain't right up here when you bring up Jackie later on. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. And if y'all have seen this live, you know what part I'm talking about. I was like, girl, now something is really going on with you. Wait, what you saying? Alteria says she's mad that Shawnee knows her nephew is full of shit. Everybody know her nephew is full of shit. And I think everybody on the cast knows it, including the people who are being nice and cool with Jen. They all have heard and seen the stuff that has come out. Shout out to Girl, Is That Legal? Okay, Simone Redwine, because that's who, in my opinion, kind of broke a lot of this, and had Alteria. I think a few of you were over there on, if not all of you, were on Simone's show, and as well as the mother of his children. I will also mention Make It Make Sense, because evidently Make It Make Sense has a relationship with Madison, who is the victim of the DV case. So there was 11 of y'all on her show. My God. Really? Jesus. So yeah, so anywho, Sarah Colette, what you say? What? Is Jackie in or going to jail? What Jackie going to jail for, child? Oh my God. What is that about? Work in progress. VLenore, you don't realize something is not right in the head before Jackie. Thank you. You saw that? Okay, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. When she said that shit, I was like, what? Yes, I knew that some things wasn't right, work in progress, but that was, when she said that, that's just cray. Hold on one second, because I want to make sure someone isn't leaving me a message that I need to. Hold on. Ooh. I just saw a message. Girl. Okay, let me keep going. But when she says that part, work in progress, when we get there, girl, crazy. CJ, what you say? Jackie is alleged to have stolen money from her husband. Are they? What's going on with her and her husband? Is that true? Are they trying to break up? Girl, okay. We might have to do another show on that. Child wasn't keeping up like that. What? Child been so consumed with this bullshit right here. I ain't noticed nothing about Jackie. Jackie. Anyway, that's girl. We had to talk about Jackie on another show because she got a lot going on. Okay, with her daughter and her both of her daughters, her son. Anyway, we can talk about that some other time, child. Ooh, that's a lot. What you say, Lady 747? Can everyone kindly tap the like button? Yes, I would really appreciate it if you wouldn't mind. I really appreciate that. Anyway, let's get back into it, child. And I'm sorry about this connection, honey. I told y'all, pray and put some holy water in the chat, child, because this damn StreamYard, I'm about to break up for real. Anyway, let's listen.
Hell, Oprah and Tyler are the first ones I ever heard to say you have to divorce your family member sometime. Y'all ain't taking that energy over there to their goddamn pages. You ain't stopped watching Tyler Perry movies. You ain't stopped looking at Oprah. You ain't stopped supporting Tyler and Oprah because they are the first to say divorce your damn family. And I promise you, I have divorced family members. In the immediate family. If you do,
I wonder if they have not divorced you, sis. I don't mean no harm by that, but I just wonder. I wonder if they haven't divorced you. Because and this is why I say that, Lauren, because you're coming across kind of toxic. Like you're talking about there being toxicity in your family dynamics. And of course, we all probably can pinpoint some people in our lives, in our families that we don't fuck with or shouldn't fuck with. Okay, no doubt about that. But you might be that person to some of the family members. Have you thought about that? Because you're the one out here fighting with your child at 45. Not fighting your children, but fighting with your children. So they really are. See, I've heard rumors before. Miss Principal, thank you for the super chat. Jackie divorce is real messy. Husband is alleging that Jackie was trying to set him up to take all his money. My God, today. Now, you know, Jackie says she was married, like, ain't she been married like 6 times? It's something real crazy, some large, some big number. She would been with him over 20 years, but had been married multiple times before that. What you say, Kiki? What's false? What's going on? Tell me what you, because girl, we all over the place. We all over the place with this damn live, okay? We're gonna have to come back on the Jackie Christie thing, child. Because I didn't realize they were really divorced. You know, there have been rumors over the years, but I wasn't really paying attention. Now, girl, anyway, I have so many opinions about Jackie Christie. We'll have to talk about her on another show because this is too much. Oh, okay. I was going to say, I'd always heard rumors, but okay. Miss Kiki said Jackie and Doug are fine. I was going to say, that seems now I have thought that Doug might need to divorce Jackie, but that's just my business, my opinion. I don't know their business. I just know she seemed real cray, okay, and obsessive and shit. But anywho, another story for another day. Let's get back into this. Let's listen to Auntie.
Do not bring me peace. I don't have nothing to do with you. Mother, child, sister, brother, cousin, niece, nephew, whatever. If you do not bring me peace, I'm not fucking with you. I don't deal with that negative energy, pole mouth shit all the time. I always want to be the victim.
Is that
always something wrong? Just wait.
But Lauren, you're out here trying to fight people who ain't even fighting with you. You got your son. You are okay, and you're okay with your son coming out here threatening folks too. Who was your son going get together? I hope he wasn't trying to get no woman together. Nobody's talking about you. Who's saying anything back to you? This is very, very weird, and it doesn't seem accurate.
Wake up on a bad mood, energy type. I don't know. I listen. I go to therapy. Damn it, I got a therapy appointment in an hour. I go to my mental health therapist here in an hour. Them appointments I don't miss because of family trauma.
Child.
My insurance I have to keep insurance trauma. And I ask make sure I'm there. One of my mental health therapists once a month dealing with childhood trauma. And don't want to continue to go through that shit or be around the people who caused them trauma. Then y'all want to have, now they dark and they negative. The fuck this man, how the fuck he dark and negative by speaking the truth? I don't give a fuck what Big Mama and Madea said. Trauma and disturbing my fucking peace. Because when I stroke out and die, they still gonna be around there with the same negative energy bullshit. Did I tell you I was gonna stop cursing? Whew. I said I was gonna stop cursing.
Ooh. Babe, what's on that glass right there? What's on that glass? Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Babe, what's on that glass? Let me see it. Let me see the glass. Let me see it. Never mind. Oh, God.
So I was going to practice on stop cursing. But, no, I don't play by Ricky. Y'all didn't piss me off this morning.
Was somebody messing with Ricky Smiley? I am so lost about this damn oh, Lauren. I'm so confused by this live. I don't know what to do, child. What was somebody doing something to Ricky? Is somebody picking on him? Child, what the hell? Say, Jay, shut up. What you say, Kiki? I agree. I think he should move right on. Jackie and Auntie are the same kind of crazy. It's looking like that. I wouldn't be surprised if the two of them don't. Oh, God. You know what I just thought about? Let me not give no ideas. I'm sure she already working on it. But she might try to use Jackie to get in front of Evelyn. Child. Jackie, don't do it, child. Don't do it, girl. Oh, anyway, let's listen.
Morning. I've been trying to protect my peace. They didn't piss me off. And then I got to get on the phone with him and like, damn, my nigga, when you start being women? I didn't know you goddamn 90% of my life since I was a little girl. Hell, my mama knew you before when I was 2-3 years old. I'd have been knowing you all my life. My granddad, everybody, my whole family been around you. You grew up with my granddaddy. He was like a grandson to my granddad. Relationships, I know you done had a couple incidents, but when you just start being women, lady, how the hell you gonna get on here and post and spread that fake ass rumor saying that he beat women? He don't beat no motherfucking women. He's had a couple of toxic relationships. Just like they say about Christian. Oh, Jen too old for him. This to whatever. No. These young black dramatic always want to cause issues. Girls out here who mamas they have raised because they mamas ain't took time to teach them nothing. They've been in relationships. But y'all want to bring up shit that happened 10, 15, 20 years ago. Damn, that shit that happened with Ricky was 25 years ago. You holding something against somebody who happened to them 25 years ago? I didn't forget it. I won't never forget, but I know.
Well, then, if you could forgive, let's be clear. Let's think about this. If you can forgive somebody who has done something like that to you, as you should, I agree with that completely. You have to forgive. You have to forgive the people who wrong you, and you do it for yourself, right? Not for them. But if you can forgive that, why are you mad at Evelyn? Now you're gonna have to make that make sense. You mad at a stranger calling you the C word in a comment section, okay, of her own page, but you can forgive the person who touched you inappropriately for 5 years. Make that make sense. You're gonna have to explain that one. CW, hey, welcome. Hey, let me say this real quick, babe. Okay. Cursing in the chat is allowed, but you have to misspell the words because YouTube doesn't like that. Okay, YouTube will impact my video in the algorithm. Okay, so you can say bullshit, but you gotta misspell it. Okay, use symbols. Just spell it like spell it differently. All right. But cussing is allowed. And I know you probably just didn't know that. So just so we're clear, y'all can say, express yourself how you feel. Just make sure you misspell. Okay. Welcome to the chat, Auntie Christina, the real auntie. Okay. That's what the people call you, the real auntie. I still say Lawrence the auntie too. I still say it. But they call you the real auntie because you blood auntie. So I'm just saying. Okay. You the one that knows Christian's kids and his baby mamas and stuff. You the one to keep in touch with folk, and this lady don't even know these people. But okay. Hey, let's.
But I've had to forgive them for me. That don't mean I want to go be around them at no goddamn family reunion. Everything is okay. No, I don't. I'm not finna to. And if the only family reunion I'm going to is one that I can protect my mental space at. That's it. That's all.
Child,
so
I'm tired.
And that lady who was talking that shit, I'm about to go back and correct. I'm about to get you together in 1 second. I'm about to head over to that post in 1 second. But I just had to say this. Are y'all mad at the message or the messenger? Either way, you wrong. You're miserable. Miserable Black women are the reason why we get the bad rep that we do all deep and playing victim.
Girl, stop with this Black woman hate. I can't deal with that.
But we always want to find somebody to blame and just talk down. We just talk down on each other so much. And it's crazy, the jealousy and the misery. The internet has turned y'all into some miserable bitches. I tell you that. Because maybe you was already miserable, but the internet just shows really how miserable you are because you don't even realize when you get to typing, all that miserable and negative energy just spews out of you into words. Ricky, you said what the fuck you said today. Stand on what the fuck you said, just like I told you on the phone. Stand on what the fuck you said, because you ain't said nothing wrong, fam. If they mad, they mad. Because you said the truth. You must have hit a chord. Like, because a hit dog a motherfucking holler every time. We know that. So you must have struck something. Either they was the one abused, or they've been abused. So you struck a chord this morning when you said something about it. So they uncle, auntie, brother, they know somebody who's been abused, or they know somebody who's done the abusing. But I am okay with admitting that I was sexually assaulted and sexually abused for several years by a family member who supported me. And I don't want to go to no family reunion with that side of the family that he's on. I don't want to go sit around them folks and he's a family member of, and I don't have to. That's my choice. And if you are a person that gives a family member, and you know there's uncles or cousins or fathers who have sexually assaulted younger women in the family, you're just as wrong for inviting them and making them be a part of it, or allowing them to be a part of. I'm sorry, Uncle Jed shouldn't get no goddamn invitation to the family reunion when he done molested 3 of the goddamn nieces.
Oh, Lord.
Uncle Jed shouldn't be able to come. Uncle goddamn Junebug should not be allowed to come around the fucking family. And if Auntie Niecy protected Uncle Junebug and didn't stand up for what's right, then Auntie Niecy shouldn't be that either. Who is your loyalty to? The children or to the older people because it's family? Man, family don't mean shit if you're not being protected. If family don't protect you, they don't mean shit, whether you can be blood family or not. But if blood family don't look out for you and protect you and stand 10 toes about you, then they ain't shit. And you shouldn't call them family just because they got blood running through your veins. Because you got the same blood running through your veins, don't make you family. It should not. You should have had Uncle Junebug ass locked up and Auntie Niecy ass locked up too, right along with him. Because it ain't right. I don't have to sit around Uncle Junebug or sit around nobody else who I know knowingly the molested children coming up. Or touching on the girls or doing things that's wrong.
Child. Here's my question. How should people feel about Christian? How should people feel about Christian? Your nephew put a woman in a position where she felt the need to jump off of a balcony. Your nephew hasn't been paying child support, and he claims to be worth $5 to $6 million. But he didn't. Here's the other thing. You came out here in one of your lives recently, and you said that Christian, let me go back. When Christian came on this channel, he said that there is currently a child support order in place, right? And you came out a few days after that, maybe a week after that, and stated that the child support order was in place and that he had made his first payment and that the payment had happened prior to the due date. But the lie detector said that was a lie. The lie detector said that he hadn't made the payment. Still. How you know he made the payment, Lauren? Did you see it, or are you just lying for your nephew? So your nephew seems like a deadbeat and a scammer and an abuser. But you ain't cut him off. How should the family feel about him? It's just a question. Just a question. Just a question. Okay. But we'll go back to listening to you.
That's the only way that's the only way he should be here. But just because we as a people, as Black people have evolved, us as family has evolved and don't want to deal and don't want to sit around people in trauma, doesn't make you wrong. Brett and Ricky talking about this, that said I don't want to sit around, that doesn't make them mean, mad, or wrong. It's calling people out, holding those people accountable for what they did. No, I'm not coming to the family reunion. No, we don't want to have no family reunion sitting around out the same man who come around there, the same nigga who barbecuing, the same. No, no, man. I knew when Ricky called me. I already knew how our conversation was going to go. Hot. People have to be held accountable.
Kiki, thank you for the Cash App. I know you didn't do it so I can say that, but thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
Even if it's my deal, Big Mama, whatever you want to call them, you have to hold accountable. The mothers who protected them and didn't protect your daughters or your sons, because there's a lot of male boys that you have to hold people accountable for their actions.
I'm feeling a little bad for her though, because y'all, this is sad. She can't let that go, and I understand it's a hard thing to let go. Don't get me wrong. It's not to minimize it at all, but she is stuck on that subject. I don't even know how. Girl, she all over the place.
And that means that either he at the family reunion or I'm at the family reunion, and I'm okay with not being there. But you have to, we're beyond those. We are beyond those days now. Y'all need to start calling the family members out, just like family members out.
Chase clout. Irony in that statement.
Start calling them out. But you know what? God sits high and looks low. And God has the last say so. He has the last word. The person who molested me, they dealing with pure hell right now. They can't catch a fucking break.
Girl.
I pray I pray they repent. I pray they repent. I pray for their soul. I don't fuck with them, no. If I see you need a drink of water, I'm going to keep passing the fuck on by. You won't get a drink of water from me. You didn't think about me when you was hurting me. But you left it for God. You left to deal with God's wrath. And only he can save you. I ain't the one. I don't have that kind of power to save you. But I'm going to hold you accountable by not fucking with you. I'm going to hold you accountable by if you need something from me, not doing it. That's how I hold you accountable. I hope Ricky do a whole nother segment on it. Said was truth. And y'all just don't, sometimes y'all just so stubborn to even, or to just so closed-minded that you don't even want to hear the truth. Or y'all have y'all picks and chooses about who you want to hear the truth from. Ricky, you said something today. You got them all hot. You got them all mad. You boy, you made a whole lot of dogs holler today. But my nigga, you was on point with what you said today. And I know you ain't backing down from it, because that's just not who you are. But just know you hit the nail on the head with a lot of us women who have gone through sexual assault and abuse in the family. You spoke truth today about how we do not want to go to family reunions and sit around our abusers or people who upheld our abusers. You ain't say nothing wrong today, dog. Nothing. You spoke facts, okay? So, and those who got offended, they just got, that's their problem. They just got offended about it. But you got the platform. They really an issue. It hit home for me. It really did hit home for me.
We see.
Been a victim of sexual assault. We members at family reunions or get-togethers. You hit a home. It's a touchy subject, and you had a platform to continue to talk about it. All right.
Finale. Hold on. Let me come on camera for this one. Hold on. Let's listen.
I can't even do my Basketball Wives recap last night because I wasn't feeling well. Couldn't even do that yesterday. I still got to do that. I still got to talk about Evelyn ass.
Huh?
Still got, she winked at me. Did y'all catch that on Basketball Wives last night with Jackie winked at me? She handled it for me. Mental health. I got. Bye, y'all.
I know she said a lot. Go back. What she said in that last minute? There was a lot said in that last minute that stood out to me. One, she still got to come out here and talk about Evelyn. I don't know why, because Evelyn hadn't done shit to her. Two, she said Jackie Christie in her confessional on the Basketball Wives that was taped a year ago, approximately, somehow, some way, made a statement, an insult against Evelyn, and she feels Jackie did it on her behalf and winked at her. Girl, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. And then she went on to say she got to stay on her meds and she has a mental health appointment. That's 4 big things I think that's very telling. We got to go back in here. Just the last minute, okay? I'm just going to go back a minute, okay? Because that was a lot, but it was very telling, okay? Let me go back. Here we go.
You hit a home. It's a touchy subject, and you had a platform that continued to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. That's my rant for today.
Mm-hmm.
2 lives in 1 week. I couldn't even do my Basketball Wives recap last night because I wasn't feeling well. I couldn't even do that yesterday. I still got to do that. I still got to talk about Evelyn ass. Huh. Still got to go back and talk. Jackie kind of handled that for me yesterday. Did y'all catch where Jackie said, I ain't talking about the gynecology appointment, and she winked at me? Did y'all catch that on Basketball Wives last night where Jackie winked at me? She handled it for me. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all Tuesday. I'm gonna get ready to go to my mental health appointment here in a few minutes that I cannot miss. I gotta stay on my meds because whoo, gotta stay on them. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Well, that was a lot. Um, that was a lot. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, let me see. Misha6 said, I thought the divorce rumors were an AI generated channels. It sounds like it was. Okay. Because I was like, wait a minute, was that real? Because people have made those kind of comments over the years and it wasn't true. So, I ain't wishing divorce on nobody. I'm glad to hear that was a rumor. But thank you, Misha. I appreciate it. And Miss Principal says she need to ask the therapist for a refund. They not helping her. You're wrong. You are so wrong, Miss Principal. Okay. You are so wrong, girl. Here, I'm over here playing with the thing. I'm breaking up with StreamYard. This enough is a damn enough. Okay, enough is enough. Thank you, Miss Principal, for the super chat. All right, y'all. Well, look, we're gonna come back out here in the next couple of days. We're gonna dig into that DV situation. We're still going to interview these victims to find out more about their individual interactions with Christian. There's more to come on this subject. I'm going to be coming out here covering, the Basketball Wives shows when I see episodes that pertain to this. I'm actually trying to go back to find the episodes when they first started warning Jen about Christian. I want to go back and revisit those episodes as well. Baby, a lot has been said, child, and nothing at the same damn time. But I feel like the last minute of that damn live summed up everything. Because when I tell you she was all over the place, there was a lot going on in this damn thing. But and look, let me say this. I mean this wholeheartedly. I do believe that this lady is still broken about what happened to her. I know she's saying she forgave the person, but I still feel like she is struggling with that. I get it. I actually do get it. I'm sure that pain plays a part in all of the relationships that she has, the way in which she responds to people, the desire for attention, because I do feel like some of this is a desire for attention, for fame. There is a clout chase that's happening, and I feel sorry for her. And she may feel offended by that, but I do. I have some empathy for her because I do feel like she's going through something that she thinks she got over, but she hasn't really gotten over. And you can tell that because she kept circling back to what happened to her. She kept circling back to it. So anywho, I don't know. Not thank you, V Jackson. Shut up. Shut up, my time. Thank you for being a member for 4 months, though, boo. Thank you crazy ass. Okay, y'all crazy. So anyway, we'll be back. We'll be back again. But now I'm about to go in here and be with my man. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to eat him up every second that I'm here. Okay. Because I only got about 3 more weeks left before I'm back in California. All right. What you say? Queen Black said, check the box D for all of the above. Yeah, there's a lot going on with sis. There's a lot going on. But again, I do have some compassion for her. I know Miss Nene said in here, she don't give a damn. Okay. She said she don't give a damn. I'm gonna tell you said hi, Queen Black. I'll tell him. All right, y'all. Well, let me get the hell on. What you say? Christine said that shit made my hair. It made my hair hurt just because I didn't understand the flow of it all. There was no flow. It didn't make no damn sense. Anywho. All right, y'all. Well, I'm out of here. I hope y'all have a wonderful Saturday, what's left of it. Alteria, I'll be in touch with you in the next day or two. So, girl, we can coordinate. Okay, we can coordinate some of these interviews and whatnot. I am hoping and praying that Natalia will have a chit chat with me, even if it's offline, just because I want to get a better understanding from her perspective, what's been going on. And I think it's interesting that not only is Lauren lying about what Christian's doing and not doing, he's lying. And surely Jen has to know that he's lying about paying his child support. Like, what's going on here? It's all a damn mess. Nene says she needs some aspirin. Okay. Oh my God. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful Saturday. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to everybody who super chatted, Cash App. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Special thanks to my mods for holding me down. And if you didn't hit the like button on the way in, hit it on the way out. All right. And know this, I love y'all to pieces. And ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Okay? Smooch.